Hey guys, I had this amazing phone call with my friend Noha. I met her actually 8 years ago, and we were working on a project together in Cairo. You still hear my voice is so dry because we almost had like 2 or 3 hours call. She really inspired me and showed me what it means to really stand up for your rights as a woman in a country where you probably not can say what you want and behave how you want to men's or how men's view a woman or how a woman should be from society or religious factors. Super interesting, especially because she followed her heart and she always lived the experience that she wanted, if it was in society norms or not. She always, as you can see, spread a lot of positivity and keep the peace and the whole thing together. And we actually talked about allergies and health, because when she saw my post of my swollen face and the health issues that I was struggling with and nobody find anything. So she texted me and told me her story, what I really appreciate because it's so good to share. And also she motivated me to go back to my diet because, as she said, we feel better. Of course we look better, but it's more what's internal happen. We feel lighter, we sleep better. Even during our monthly fast, it's easier. But it's so hard. Nobody's talking about how hard it is. Point one, the whole struggle, because she told me it's from 2016 she had bad skin and didn't feel well and got some skin irritation, and nobody can't find anything or really point it out. So some doctors told it's like her cats because they're also in her bed. So she followed all the advices, and obviously also in Cairo they're really fast with giving prescription for pills or chemical medicine. So she found out actually that she have high allergy against nuts, and also cut sugar out. Now she's on a diet that don't include carbs, and she feels so much better. And obviously you can see also like her skin is just good. She's almost in month 3 of the diet, and she wants to keep going. But it's so many times when you go for dinner or being invited, you don't want to be rude and say, I can't eat this or that, or that people cook extra stuff for you. She told me the story about her mother-in-law that she didn't told her, and obviously you don't want to disappoint people, but it's also like a really girl thing to please people, don't be the problem, being nice, and don't make extra work. But then she told her that she tried to cut carbs, and the mother-in-law were so nice and just started cooking something different for her, and it's kind of interesting. So yeah, being a woman often means pleasing other first, because maybe we grew up like this, or yeah. But I believe that this causes all, or it's one of the things that causes the issues, the allergies, because our body is screaming for help, or showing us that there's something not okay, and this something could be an allergy, too much stress at work, or also emotional suppression for saying really maybe in a relationship what you really want, or being not heard or seen at work, what is also a man's dominated environment, and being not valued. And obviously none of us need applause, or like that people clap hands for us, but just seeing what we do, or even being appreciated for it, or that people think of us, and would be, I think a lot of women that I talk to would be nice to just not always taking the hands on everything, and think for everybody, and keeping the peace for everybody. But yeah, this is of course because then we are tired, we're not looking after us, we maybe don't get enough sleep, or we worry a lot. But this have to change, and that's obviously one thing that we have to learn, Noah. So as I like putting boundaries and really speaking up, and just normalize talking about the normal daily task that we have to manage, and during our period, and during times where our hormones are not balanced, where we struggle, and then also because of our circle is holding the diet is so much more difficult, because we have up and downs. Sometimes we feel low energy, or need more carbs during our cycle on certain days than others. So this is really our body is so complex, and we really should appreciate our body and how we function, but we definitely need to listen more, and not always the doctor is the answer. Because also Noah told me that she made kind of a self-test with nuts, and we know sometimes, or we actually know our bodies so good, and it's so sad that doctors are not really looking behind situations, or where the issue really is coming from. Just give you some pills and cover the issue actually. So since Noah changed her diet, she can say that she already feel lighter, she's active, more focused, obviously feel better inside, which also seen outside, which is great. But the struggle to really keep going and saying no to sugar or no to carbs, and standing up for yourself, this was a really great point that she shared with me, and I loved it so much because she told me that this is an issue. Saying no and standing up for yourself or for your health in this point is a struggle, even if in the real life. And I loved it so much because I can relate to 100% to that, because obviously cake is great. Who don't love great cake? But I mean, it's great, but we should say no to protect us, to be healthy and do something good for us. But obviously we go the easy way to maybe please others, to not being complicated or say no. And then we have the issue later on. And then we feel bad, we get maybe back pain. She also could so relate with my my story that I made with the back pain. I never could imagine that allergy make back pain. And her doctor shared that the back pain was coming because we have short breath during allergy cycles, let's say, or fuzz, that the muscles are so tight that this is coming from the breath or not breathing right in this phase of allergy. And that makes so sense because our breath is life. When we don't breathe, we are not alive, right? So the blood circulation, the focus, our brain function, our nervous system, by the way, I mean, all of that is related to this. So obviously also our muscles, and then the back, and as our lungs are, yeah. So it makes so much sense. And I love that she just shared that she also have headache and don't sleep well, and all the stuff is it's great to share. And also that especially nuts or green tea or spices are things that are, I mean, everywhere in our food actually, but there are a lot of spices and ingredients that the body can handle. And I mean, when we talk about diet, we talking about healthy stuff. Like me, broccoli, it's one of the things, it's healthy, but because our food is not growing anymore in the right conditions, or not fresh, or sprayed with toxin, whatever, we eating all of this. And even with meat, you don't know what the chicken eat, how it was hold in a cage or whatever. I mean, all this, also animals produce hormones, and if they're under stress, I mean, this is nothing new. And when stress and anxiety make us sick, why we think that could be different with animals? But yeah, that's another point. So she also tried to buy local and just follow her diet, learn to say no. My tip is taking a no week, what I loved. It was the biggest challenge for me, but because I'm always saying yes to everything, and this was a big change in my life. 1 week saying no, or I think about it, or I will confirm later give you so much time to really feel, do you really want that? Because people get used to it that we always say, yes, sure, of course I will be there. And then we going to places or doing things that we actually don't want to do. And this, I mean, everybody knows when you go to a place that you actually don't want to go because you don't feel well, you're tired, you have too much work. You sit there, you don't feel good. Not always, could be a nice evening or whatever, but you deny your feelings, your value, your time. And I mean, what do you think other people will do if you don't stand up for yourself, if you don't value your feelings, if you don't say, I don't want? But obviously we have first to figure out what we want, or if we really want to go or doing things, and then can make a decision. So that's the No Week is an amazing experience, and it was so difficult to me. Really, really hard boot camp, the No boot camp. But I can say to every girl in this world, try. And no is a full sentence. There have you don't need to explain anything, why or whatever. No, it's just a no, and it's not pretty common in the women's world, what I would say. But I have one friend, female friend, that really is like this, like no. And I was so confused when she did it, which is so healthy, and I just recognized like why I'm so confused that she's not explaining herself why she don't want. Because I offer her a nice thing, and it was so confusing for me, where I also learned like this is actually pretty healthy what she's doing, just standing up for herself and saying what she want or don't want, and don't need to explain to anybody, to please anybody, to make sure that everybody around you feeling good just because you just don't want. So let me know in the comments if you make a no week, or at least 3 to 5 days, because I loved it on the end. And yeah, and you will see that actually nothing changed, besides the people that already know you are a little bit confused in the beginning. So this is the first episode because we had a lot to talk about, being a powerful, great woman with some allergies or body pains and signs of our bodies that there is an issue that needs to be pointed and really cleared, and from the root, and not just numbed by pills. And we had so much to talk also about work and growing as a woman and understanding our body, our cycle, our period. Also like that, some diets that we do, I mean, there are days in our cycle that we need different food or different vitamins, and that we actually should also like being more nice to ourselves, besides standing up for us ourselves and our emotional state, also like more starting to share our feelings, because especially in relationships, it's not weak that we can say, hey, today is not a good day because I'm on my period and I really want to normalize this. Why are we hiding the most natural gift, also when we often don't see it as a gift? It is how it is. This is how we create life in this world. We're getting birth to another creature, your own baby probably. This is crazy what nature does, and I mean, a man never will do that. So we should tell them what's going on. We shouldn't hide for them to be the strong one, because we are vulnerable. We are different, and this is good, and we should celebrate more how we are and not walking around hiding or pretending we are okay when we are not, because even like really bad period pain can also be caused by allergies. So as the back pain or the headache, or I grind my teeth during the night really badly, which is also emotional stress and allergies. So it's always, my body always functioned probably till things went bad, and I ignored the things, and then my body came and did other things to me that I also ignored, and obviously it didn't get better. So yeah, Noah and me, we will support each other for the next couple of weeks to stay on our diet, because nobody's talking about that, how hard it is to follow up, to say no to delicious things. By the way, I just see that the most delicious things are pretty unhealthy. But wait, it is how it is. We go back to be healthy and happy, because you feel better, you sleep better, you look better, which is also great. Even your hair is better, skin, just feeling light and active and energized. And this is the most important. And we're not doing this for a farce of our life. We're doing this for now, for tomorrow, and for the future, because nobody of us want to be old and then dealing with a lot of pain. And so I think the first challenge is really to point the issue out and then find the right doctor or person, healer, nutrition, whatever is good, to find your diet or your environment change, or maybe daily routine, bad relationships in your life, like friendships or work environment.